Jeff Grubb.
Dan Ochoa, I like this wall.
Yeah, Marvel's been going through some interesting phases. I believe they just ended Phase 4 with the Guardians Christmas special and Wakanda Forever.
That's right.
And I'm actually here. I know people are excited for Ant-Man Quantumania to kick off the next phase.
The children won't stop talking about it.
Exactly. The children won't stop talking about it. Guardians 3 is going to end and make everyone sad. But here, I want to stealth the drop. We got a special announcement from Kevin Feige himself. Allowed me, his favorite boy, to introduce
You're always texting him. What is he saying to you?
Me and Kev, we're always texting. We're just talking about milk.
Talking about milk?
Just talking about milk.
Like almond milk or?
Just milk.
Just milk, okay.
Yeah, just good old milk talk. Good old soup. But he allowed me and he gave me his own hat to introduce the next member of the MCU kicking off Phase 5.
Oh boy.
We have.
Oh boy.
Well, the camera stopped moving. We have the Hunter.
I love him. I really do. I've never actually loved a video game character, a Marvel star more than. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
See, who am I? Sam Raimi with these Dutch angles? Look at this.
Yeah, these are some Dutch angles.
Look at this. Oh.
Whoa.
Wanda!
Oh, man. I love that. So what's his ability to star in porn films?
He's just ready to go. That's his ability.
Yeah. He's got the Under Armour ready to go.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Ripped. You could tell there's an implication of a six-pack going on, if not more.
Ooh.
I also went with this bob cut because, look at it.
Yeah. If anyone's seen the Puma Man on Mystery Science Theater 3000, giving me big the Puma Man vibes.
I mean, he's got this choker and everything. I just found this headband and I needed to put it on.
Well, this looks like a man I could be a best friend with. This looks like a man that you could probably kill a lot of nasty vampires with.
Yes, actually, because our friend Blade is here. For folks curious, this is Marvel's Midnight Suns from Firaxis, the XCOM folks. Oh, okay, well, there's some drama happening.
Caretaker planning their next move against Faustus, and they are totally leaving us out again.
But this is the Avengers we're talking about. They're heroes.
So, Marvel's Midnight Suns, I'm not 100% familiar with the group Midnight Suns. I didn't realize they were an existing group, but apparently it is composed of Magic. You may be familiar with her from the X-Men comics. Not Peter Parker.
No, of course not.
Peter Parker's just here. He's just hanging out.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's the real slut of the Marvel universe these days.
Oh yeah, the real golden retriever, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That definitely. Midnight Suns was a comic story, I believe. I think it was spelled different. This is S-U-N.
Yes.
And those Midnight Suns were S-O-N.
Yeah, that feels correct.
Okay, you feel that's how we do it here at Giant Bomb. It feels right. So
yeah, it feels right. So, for folks curious, oh look, we gotta pet the dog.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hey Charlie, who's a good girl?
It's a devil dog.
It's a devil dog. So, this is basically, if I'm going to distill this into several games, this is XCOM.
Sure.
And Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Right. That is when I played through the little I've played. That is very much kind of, the XCOM side of it. It's not exactly XCOM combat, and obviously we'll get to that. How close to Three Houses are these parts? I mean, that's clearly what they're going for, but is it just going one for one, or do they have their own spin, or does they not quite live up to Three Houses?
So the Three Houses, folks, I apologize if the frame rate is chuggy. It's not nearly as chuggy as it seems. I don't know what's going on with my setup right now. The Three Houses element, it more so comes into play with, you are navigating this Abbey, and you have the different Marvel heroes living throughout it, or just occupying it. And as the day goes by, just like in, oh gosh, just looks bad, huh? Sorry.
I mean, it looks pretty smooth from getting through vmix, and would that be the actually what we would get for the final recording?
If that's not what they're getting, if that's what they're seeing at home, we'll figure it out.
Cool.
So
there's Chug.
the Fire Emblem part is where we have this whole area here, and our different Marvel heroes are scattered throughout, and then we can build our friendship with them by spending or just talking to them, having conducting different activities with them, training with them. You see here on the top left there, we have a different set of objectives. We got a private message from Robbie Reyes, who is one of the
Ghost's rider.
One of the Ghost Riders. Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ. Why is this 5 frames? This is not cool. All right, apologies, folks. A couple of capture difficulties on my end.
This boy is just too hot for the capture you got going on over there.
That's
the
exactly
computer
what
can't
it
handle
is.
what we're looking at with this guy.
It's exactly what it is.
Just powerful. He's proud of himself, which that confidence goes such a long way.
He's so ready to have all this friendship with everyone.
Right. So and like you say, friendship, and it really is just you talk to someone. Here's how it worked for me. I started the game. I had to go talk to Tony Stark. A guy finished talking to Tony Stark, and a little emblem popped up on the bottom right. It said +1 Tony Stark friendship meter or whatever. I'm
Yes.
like, okay. This is one of those games. It doesn't look like one of those games. I think a lot of people weren't necessarily expecting that, but
No.
once you start playing, it's very clear it is trying to be a Three Houses.
Yeah, because when you fire up an XCOM, you're used to some type of base management and like waiting, setting off missions and everything. And you still do that, but on top of that, you are balancing these friendship relationships with the different heroes. And on top of that system, because there are numerous systems popping off, and maybe that's why my capture setup's just on fire.
And those striking eyes.
The striking eyes. I should tell folks that this is my custom created character. I
Right,
chose for them to look like this.
Yes, that's right. We
Yes,
should clarify.
yes. On top of that, on top of the interpersonal relationships with each individual hero, there's also a light and dark meter that you
Avengers,
participate in
powerful allies.
through specific dialogue
Yeah,
choices.
So I keep
And if you
hearing.
get far enough on the light meter, you then get to romance the characters, right?
None of them
Not quite. You get
Okay,
access to
forget
different
I said that.
abilities.
And definitely don't
Okay,
talk here.
just as good.
Just as good. So, all right, let's go through the house and see if the game catches on fire here.
No, it's gonna be fine.
Okay, yeah, it looks okay. All right. Unfortunately, I want to tell people now there's no, as far as I've seen, and this save is about 8 hours in. I'm currently like 15-ish. I haven't been able to romance anyone.
Yeah, listen, they're not gonna let you fuck Spider-Man.
They're not going to let you do it.
And they're not gonna let you do it.
So, we have Blade here. There are also the Abbey aspect, and not our friend Abby Russell.
Right. When you say the Abbey aspect, it's like right, yeah, Abby from Brooklyn. Yeah.
Abbey from Brooklyn. This is actually a pretty sweeping, huge place that you can
Yeah, wow, okay.
can navigate through, and you will find different little mats available everywhere and different hangout places. So you can wind up inviting Blade, like, hey Blade, you want to hang out at the Haven, buddy?
Nico made some.
And it's interesting because if you don't know so much about a character, say you don't know anything about Blade, you've never seen any of the movies, you've never seen the comic books or whatever, after we get through this dialogue choice, you can just ask Blade, like, hey, what's your deal? Where do you come from? Also, it seems like Captain Marvel and Blade have a thing going on.
Yeah.
A Blade like that. And this aspect, I was a little bit off-put at first because I kind of wanted just the Firaxis style combat tactics and everything.
Right.
But I've actually been enjoying this a lot. Like these
Yeah, that
interpersonal
seems to-
relationships.
Every time we kind of like check in, like when I ask you about it, when you mention what you're playing, You kind of seemed like more like you seem positive, and then you stayed positive, and then I think at first was like, yeah, this is pretty good, and it's like, no, I'm liking this, and it hasn't sort of waned. I've been really happy to hear that because it seems like the kind of thing where it made a fine first impression on me, but it was also like, oh, I don't know how much I'm going to care about this Abbey stuff. Hearing you care is like, okay, that's a good sign. 'Cause these are these kinds of mechanics are your kind of thing a lot of times, I think. So it's
Right.
like, if they're doing that well, that's a good thing. Like, and then I know the combat is good because I played a bunch of that, and that really was hitting for me.
And we will definitely show off the combat, folks. There's just there are a lot of systems at play
Yeah,
here.
I want to like see like
in between.
if it's really that robust. It's like, yeah, I want to see it.
It's surprisingly robust, and it doesn't feel super overwhelming. I'm surprised by. There were elements of Fire Emblem Three Houses and XCOM 2 that occasionally would really stress me out. Of like, I don't know how I'm gonna manage to do this. But so there's research.
What can we work on?
Research available. My intel is not at a higher level yet, but some of these, similar to an XCOM, you need to complete different requirements, and sometimes they'll just be doing specific things at the Abbey, going on separate missions with specific characters, upgrading specific characters, and these will upgrade your base and just generally make stuff easier for you as you go along through the game. Artifact study is where we could raise our research. Forge upgrades, these are upgrades to this forge, the giant honkin' fiery butthole there.
Yeah, sure.
And the gamma coil analysis is where we kind of unlock new cards for characters. Tony, shut up. So these gamma coils you get by completing missions, but you only get them for the heroes you deploy. So the last mission I had Iron Man, Ghost Rider, and Spider-Man. Sorry about the mouse right there.
Got some upgrades for you. Hot off the press.
And then between those characters, we can get cards.
Right, so people are seeing cards right now, and they're getting scared, Jan. They're like, oh my god, this is a card game.
Yes.
It is. But
yes.
I think don't let that scare you away, I would say. Don't let that be the thing that pushes you away. We'll get to the combat.
Yeah,
but
we will definitely get to it.
Okay, so you're getting new cards there, or you're upgrading your cards, you said?
Yes, so that is one of the ways to get new cards is to open those gamma coils that you get by completing missions. And each character, each hero, if we go into them here.
I'm not going to get over this character.
I love him. He's the best.
Puts on the outfit. It's just so powerful.
Has a deck of 8 cards, and that is separate per character. You see here, there's like ability ones, attack ones, and these heroic abilities.
Like Pikachu.
Oh yeah. God, I gotta show you. Everyone looks so cool in this game, and yeah. I fully acknowledge that. Like, I am a big fan of Marvel, so that may color my opinion one way or another. But I think this is actually really well done if you are a fan of the comics. The systems work really well. The combat works really well. I promise we'll get to it.
Yeah, are you at all worried about the thing where, or I guess at this point, are you critical of like the Avengers thing where people they look like the stunt doubles instead of like the movie characters? Here it seems like they are different enough that they are standing apart from the movies, and I don't feel a need to make that comparison. How do you feel?
I feel exactly just as you said, that they look so different enough that I'm not drawing that same comparison of like, oh, you don't look like Chris Evans. Why don't you look like RDJ?
Right.
And I believe it's also the style, and also it helps that some of the characters have, well, I guess Nico and Magic have been in the movies. I guess a lot of people may not be familiar with some of them other than your Avengers, right?
Right.
So with your deck of 8, you can sub them out and throw in your other cards that you're getting. But if you have dupes, that is how you upgrade cards. You go to upgrading cards at... This isn't what's-his-face's sword, right? No. Idris Elba's sword?
Heimdall's? It does kind of look like it.
Do we steal?
I mean, honestly, I use Heimdall's card all the time in Snap,
Time's wasting,
and it's giving me those vibes.
Not everyone wants
So
my
when you have
advice,
dupes of
but they're
cards,
gonna get it either
we wound up
way.
picking up one of Iron Man's. We can upgrade that. So Surgical Strike, it now only costs 2 heroic ability points, and oh, neat. But it will take 40 heroic essence to upgrade. Now, Grub, I know I've been talking a lot about these systems.
Yes.
You can, if you get multiples of cards, it
Okay.
doesn't have to be Iron Man's cards. It could be any of these cards. You can destroy it for materials to get essence. And
All
that
right,
can
yes.
either be, if we look at the top right here, attack essence, skill essence, or heroic essence.
Okay, so we're not talking about Tony Stark's essence. We were talking
No.
about a certain one of these 3 buckets of essence.
Yes.
So we destroy Iron Man and we
We've got
take his
plenty of
essence and pour it into a skill essence
No
bucket
excuses
Yes.
here.
or something along those lines.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the other thing we can do here at the yard with Blade, since we don't have the mats to upgrade those abilities, we can just do some daily sparring with a buddy to just increase our friendship.
Dance. He looks like what Giorgio Moroder thinks about when he's composing his electronica music. Like this is what he's like imagines himself as. That's what your character looks like.
Let's go spar with Ghost Rider. Oh, look at us! Look at us posing.
Yeah.
That's some
This
boys
game,
right
this
there.
is fun. This is great.
So the other thing you get is you're not only increasing your friendship with the specific person you're training with, you're increasing their XP, but you're also giving them a bonus if you take them into the next mission you embark on. So there's a lot of juggling around of like, okay, my friendship with this person could be higher, but I also plan on using this other character to go into this mission. So there's that balance. And then, oh gosh, we can decrypt some intel, and we get some of these intel caches from.
Let's fucking go.
Let's okay, cool. Heal before Modog. Oh no.
Okay.
Okay, so by decrypting the intel, we can go and send heroes out on daily ops, and this will take someone out of play for a day.
Sure. It is sending one of the brothers in the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood off to do a mission,
Yes.
right? And they're going to be gone for a amount of time.
Yes.
I like when games do this. I don't necessarily love it, but I do like it's like, oh yeah, it's something to do with my characters while I take the rest of the team on a different mission. Sure.
Exactly. All right, Ms. Marvel, you'll be back at the end of the day. And then, you know the essence we were talking about? You can also just randomly find it laying around
Okay.
throughout the Abbey.
Yeah. Someone just dripped some of their essence on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, here's the ghost of Agatha Harkness here, just cause.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Cool.
She took a break from pleasuring Dan Aykroyd. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
And this is our mission table. Oh, we can't do the. Oh shoot, we can't do the story mission because I just sent out Captain Marvel. Dang it. Well, that's fun to know because I didn't know that. Okay, well we can't send her out. Instead, we can just conduct a regular mission. So there will be story missions, but there is also the opportunity to go off and do these side missions instead. Let's go with this. We'll get an
Let's see it.
artifact and a gamma coil. The story
Right.
missions.
And the Gamma Coil was a new card. One way to get a new card. What was the artifact?
The artifact that is a way to increase our research level because we're currently at
Okay.
1 where we're at.
All right.
And okay, yes. So these side missions, you don't necessarily have to use the custom player created character. I mean, look at him.
Oh, we're gonna.
We have to. We have to.
Yes, I love it.
And then let's see. You know what? We did some training with Ghost Rider. We could do Ghost Rider. But Blade is so cool. Let's go with Blade. Yeah, this is Team Blade.
How are you feeling about the characterization in the game? These characters have strong sort of identifying markers in their personalities in the comics and the movies.
Grub, wait,
How does this
Oh, no,
hold
never mind.
up to those things?
I find the characterizations to be really on par with their comic representations.
Okay, that's good.
Like I'm a big fan of the Runaways series, and Nico is from that, and I find her character to be like pretty close to how she's written there. Similar with Magic. Magic is kind of snarky and just mean. And she is just mean here. It's funny because I'm one of those people that's like, I'm going to go all the way to be a good guy. So I'm going to pick light side choice, light side choice, light side choice.
Right.
And anytime I have that interaction with Magic, I lose friendship with her because she doesn't want to be like picking the light side. She's like, no, I'm angsty. Okay. Once a portal is placed, the next. Okay, cool.
Show them what happens when you mess with the Midnight Suns.
All right. So, this
So
is
this
a
does look
combat.
like an XCOM game, but there's cards on the bottom.
There's cards on the bottom, and there's no
Okay.
tiles.
Right, no tiles.
Yes.
So then, I guess if you could show it right now, but how would you move a character, or does moving matter? Is it like a JRPG where you could just sit there and it kind of doesn't matter where you're standing?
So if we look near the bottom right, you can see we have card plays, redraws, moves, and items. We can move one character once per turn.
Okay.
That's
and then
not
we can
to
play 3 cards. I
Yes.
see. Okay.
And then we can redraw any of our hand at least twice.
That
Generally,
resets, and these things reset each turn, is what it looks like. The way
Yes.
that they are illuminated. Okay.
yeah. And then if you look at the bottom there, some of these cards will have a number on the top left. Some of them will have it on the bottom. So this will increase our heroism. This will burn through it. Okay. Yeah, let's create a portal. Let's do it. Here. All right. No, doesn't want to do that. All right. Okay, cool.
So, and you were picking you were launching it, and then you picked the direction, right? Of like how
Yes.
it's going to, how it's like secondary action is going to affect, or like which direction it's going to go in. Okay.
Yes. So, it's not the one move is not the only way to move a character. If you use an ability, they will physically wind up moving. So, if we were to pick this and target this, you see that green
Okay.
indicator there?
Yeah, the green
That
spot
would
shows
throw us
where
there.
they are going to move to, and then they're going to be left there for next turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So some enemies you'll notice don't have a health bar, so they just need one hit and they'll get taken off the board. While some of these enemies have a shield and a health bar, some of them just have a health bar.
Okay.
And you can see which specific hero they're targeting by the little circle next to the health bar. So this guy is targeting Blade. This one is targeting the Hunter, which is the player character. No one's really targeting Magic, actually. Oh, except you. Okay. So let's see if we can do this.
Quick soul slash.
All right, cool.
My favorite Creed song.
So with quick abilities, if we were able to actually get a hit off or knock out a character, our turn would get refunded.
Okay.
Which
Right.
is
Yes.
neat. You know what? Maybe we can use Magic's portal with someone else.
You mean by turn? You mean like the card play, right?
The card play,
gets
yes.
refunded. Yes. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let's redraw this. And let's redraw that. Forceful knockback. Okay. Do that.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. Oh wow, very okay. And you, so we saw you set up that whole chain.
Yep.
So you set up the portal, the out portal. You put them through the one portal, and they bounced off, and then hit the other guy. That's very, very cool.
So the other thing we can wind up doing is knocking them into the environment, and that winds up being a major mechanic. Let's see if we can do here.
Ready?
Or behind you.
And she's going again, or you wait, could you select her multiple times? Or is it like one card per person per turn, unless you do that quick attack?
This is just based off the cards.
Okay,
Because we have magic cards.
Right, okay, right. So, yeah, we have her card, so we're playing her card. Okay,
Yep.
right.
All right. Okay, let's hit you. Okay, yep, we'll knock him through the portal. That'll kill him, and then he'll hit this guy. And the neat thing, Grub, is that a lot of these different characters play differently. Like,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm noticing. So, like, I did mention, I played through, like, the early tutorial section, and that gives you, like, Iron Man and the Hunter, and I think Blade a little bit. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is pretty cool. But a lot of it was, like, knockback attacks and direct attacks, slashing. And I'm like, oh, wow, these are superheroes. There's going to be all kinds of different things they can do with these characters. And then, yeah, I can imagine them playing very differently. So this already looks like it's sort of opening up my mind and being like, I should go back to this because I will get some enjoyment from just seeing how they interact with all the different superheroes' abilities. And you've been experiencing that so far, right?
oh, yeah. And even those beginning characters like Doctor Strange and Iron Man, it winds up opening up different ways for them to synergize better with like the rest of the heroes. And the neat thing is, I feel like every combination of heroes I've deployed into battle work really well together in different ways. All right, I guess we can end our turn finally.
Now, have you found defensive positioning, getting behind cover? Does any of that stuff matter?
Not so much. Not so much. You also can get knocked back, so that is a thing to factor in. Oh, that guy's in a frenzy. All right. So now that we've recovered that cash, we just got to defeat all these dudes. Oh, God, I really want to show you this because this looks so sick. Okay, let's see. We can get this dude and knock you there. Okay. So, let's see if... Okay, perfect. Because we'll knock this dude out, we'll get our turn back. Like, the slow-mo is really good. I like that there's an announcer that randomly says, KO!
Yeah. I'm, I, of course, I'm playing a lot of Marvel Snaps, so a lot of that, like, flares going a long way for me right now. Seems like this game has that stuff. I see some people asking in chat. I did play this on Steam Deck when I was playing it, and once I had to mess around with the settings a little bit because the frame rate was super rough, but I was able to dial it in, and that's I mentioned that because a lot of times you don't have to do that with a lot of Steam Deck games these days. Now this is still pre-release, so this probably will change before they actually put this out. I guess this is out now actually, but when I played it was pre-release. Setting it kind of to low, turning on the FSR stuff, that helped a lot, and it was definitely playable.
Yeah.
But it's not as smooth as some other games.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is not. That could get optimized further down the line.
Yeah.
All right. But that being said, like, I know that the three houses element to everything probably throws a lot of people off, but like the combat, honestly, it has been enough to keep me going in this because it winds up being so enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, there's always been something satisfying about Firaxis combat.
Yes.
Like, I could see people coming to this and be like, what is this? If you are coming from, I am a Marvel fan, or I am a fan of big action games, and Marvel games should be big action games. But Firaxis' history of like putting interesting characters, or the characters that can play in interesting ways, into position, and then letting you kind of figure out how to set them up and then knock the pieces down.
Yeah.
That's always really worked. And it seems like they found a cool new spin on that entire concept here with superheroes, and it's really working for me.
Yes, it works really well. So you'll notice there's bits in the environment that we can interact with. So we can burn our heroism points to do damage on by like maybe vaulting off stuff, whipping stuff around. So we're just gonna throw this at this dude. Easy 10 damage, burns through.
And it doesn't use a card, but it did use one of your heroism points. We just saw that go from 3 to 2. Okay.
Yeah. So then we can, since we have 3 heroism points, we can just burn through this. And is there another? Okay. This, okay, doesn't work. He's too far away. Can anyone else use this? No. Magic? What can we use? No, we'll just wait. We'll just wait.
We will not fail. Shot.
I didn't realize how cool Blade was.
Blade's like maybe one of the coolest dudes, right?
Yeah, he super duper is.
Have you watched the Wesley Snipes movies recently?
Not recently, actually.
I was like wondering how he compares to, again, that characterization, but because I think a lot of people will know Blade primarily from that.
Okay, let's get this dude.
He's very cool in those movies, of course.
Like, I like how it just cuts away to, like, for a second of like, okay, Blade's just gonna do his thing here. Let's see, quick. Okay, just shoot that dude, Blade. Cool.
As they say,
We have someone that can like make magic portals with her sword. But here's a cool half vampire guy with guns.
Yeah.
Wait, did Blade
we
die?
need to help them.
Oh,
I can't.
All right, so what do you do? Okay, there's a-
Perfect. See, this was planned.
Yeah, so I guess I should ask about that. The cards don't feel completely random. They feel like even if like maybe they are the way it's designed, it is. It feels like okay, this stuff is going to give you what you need to do to just make interesting things happen. And the randomness
Yes.
is almost seems like it's there to encourage you to be creative. It's not there to be like a full-on card game. This is like just use this move this turn. Don't use the same powerful move you have with your character every turn. It's kind of what it feels like to me. What do you think?
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely in that same camp. Sometimes they'll open up the combat, or like you'll progress to like a part of a mission where stuff does get switched up, or it does feel like, oh, okay, this was supposed to happen here. I feel like the game does push you in a way where it doesn't want you to like, no, you should be trying something else. Don't just keep doing this.
Right.
Yeah, let's like, for instance, let's just hit this dude. Maybe we'll knock him off the building. Oh, we did it!
Yeah! All right.
It's just like that looked so good, which is a bummer. Like that guy's like double dead now. And we didn't burn through a card for that. We just burnt through our heroism there. Forceful
Right,
knockback.
and none of your cards here seem to need to require heroism points, so that was like a good strategic move, right?
Yeah.
Looking good here. Weak.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm always going to be a sucker for being able to knock back enemies into other enemies to do damage to 2 of them at a time. Like all that stuff just is. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what other combos I can put together.
Getting ugly down here.
Come on. Okay, cool.
Running on fumes here.
Blade, relax. Okay, well, let's see if we can do this.
Yeah, get in the hole.
Come on.
You do not realize
No,
70%.
Friends.
Oh man, I love it. That's that. Now you know it's a Firaxis game.
All right. How much do you have left? 20. Okay, cool. Well, let's just play this safe. Blade.
Time to
Blade be a blade.
I didn't do the math right.
you kiss the mother with that mouth.
Blade does a lot of your mom jokes.
That sounds pretty cool. I mean, like he was a badass from the '90s. What else was he supposed to do?
Like his line to someone was "your mother." After like he defeated an enemy, I'm like, wow, you are hella cool.
Your mother.
Okay, so we get a gamma coil, we get an artifact, and a blueprint. Also, I love how at the end of these missions they'll make like a fun little comic cover.
Yeah, that's silly.
So when a hero dies in battle, or gets knocked out, I should say, they have the possibility to just be injured, and being injured is kind of similar to how it is in XCOM, where
Right.
they're not as useful. Look at this crew.
Yep, that is a powerful crew.
Yeah, so
Got a sec?
you can't necessarily. Who's in my room? What? You can't take them out on missions or whatever. Oh, there's Robbie. Okay.
Jan, don't take this the wrong way. Okay,
Yes.
I love your hunter. I do, but I can imagine a weird person looking at it and being like, I don't think that looks cool. I want to look like a traditional hero. Did you go in this direction because it was difficult to make someone look classically cool, or was this, you know, simply like, oh, you love this appearance and you had to go with it?
We can change everything. We can. Oh, I guess we can't.
Well, we got to go back. Listen, of course we got to go back. I just want to show the friends maybe real quick.
I guess we can't completely change the skin tone. Oh, that's interesting.
So
we could either go.
Yeah.
Yes. In the beginning, you can choose between a male or female character, and then their appearances here. All right, folks, it's either one or the other. It's either we have the Bob or no Bob.
Those are the two hair genders. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Hair, no hair. All right. So,
I mean, both looks are real strong. Listen, we all want the Bob. Bob is getting overwhelming support from our viewers right now, from the audience.
But here at the customization, you can choose their Abbey outfit, which is the outfit they wear here at the Abbey, of course, because they're swimming.
Just walk into the room like that with the damn choker still on.
This is how our power is inhibited, Grub. This isn't for goofs. We are an ancient being. Then we can also pick different outfits here. Like, hey,
oh man,
we can wear an emo kids, because the emo kids are a little club at the Abbey. But we could also switch up our combat outfit. And some of these, they do have passive abilities. Excuse me. What is this?
He looks like a Rob Schneider character from SNL. I love it.
And then with one of the many currencies, like gloss, for instance, we can upgrade a room. And I don't think these have any discernible effect on the game. Just sprucing up your little living area here.
Right, like you're not gonna get XP faster because you remember back at home you have a sweet ass room.
Yeah, like, oh man, remember that rug? That makes me feel better about myself.
I mean, that's how it works in real life. So this game's pretty unrealistic.
Yeah. So then once you return from the missions during the day, there's also nighttime activities. And I guess Ghost Rider wants to talk to us. What's up, man?
Hey, Hunter.
You said there wasn't
Parker
romancing.
and I cook something up, and
Different nighttime activities. Okay.
Robbie and I be making eyes at each other.
Yeah, for sure. Robbie's smoldering. Look at this.
I'm interested.
I mean, okay, well, yeah, obviously Smoley's Ghost Rider. I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't even mean to do
Let's
that.
head over to the shop and oops, almost spoiled the surprise. Tell you what, if you come with me just for a bit,
you convinced me. Let's go. I don't care if I had plans with anyone else.
Nope.
oh, it's not too far. I can't wait till you see it.
Oh.
Hey, you made it. Told you.
You want to give the rundown, or should I?
I got this.
Oh yeah, what's the Cyclops status?
So where I'm at, I've only encountered the one X-Man that everyone loves, and that I've gone quite tired of.
Jubilee.
For me.
Yes, Jubilee. Jesus Christ, we get it. The 90s are over.
Quite a setup.
Folks, it's Wolverine. Of course it's Wolverine.
I work on the
What are you,
Hellride,
Havoc? It's not Havoc.
Webcam.
Who is clamoring for Havoc?
I wish they would stop making Havoc movies.
To read where we could
I'm not disparaging Wolverine. I just think we've reached like
I
peak
understand.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
You two are
So this is a new part of the Abbey that you can access and just hang out with the boys, work on some stuff,
All right.
and
Do some nitrous.
do some nitro. And you know the area is pretty massive, and thankfully there is fast travel, which I guess we can't fast travel right now.
It is wild how that map just kind of looks like the Elden Ring map a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna keep getting bigger.
Okay, got it. Cool, sick. Yep.
Wait, could you lie to him?
You could, and it would affect your friendship, so you have to
Okay.
consider that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I just want to like, so, right, the friendship meter thing. That's where that would come into play. Okay.
So some of the other places you can get cards, like I mentioned at the very beginning, is this is item cards. Never mind. Just doing those little relationship bits with characters. You'll let's do this one. You'll be able to gain more abilities with the friendship things. Like, hey, Robbie and I are gonna go look at the stars together.
Yeah, right.
So that
It's perfect.
You and Parker.
then think of what the three
Robbie,
of
you're
us can do.
perfect.
Think of what the three of us
I'll
can
give
do.
you a heads up before shop class meets again.
Shop class?
Right. That's what we're calling our time here.
Just gonna cut
See you
back,
then.
Peter Parker. I spill motor oil all over myself. Oh no! What kind of game is this?
So I love that there are little factions and cliques forming within the Abbey here.
Yeah. This is how you get an X-Force, though, so you gotta be careful.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Good to see you.
Yeah, all right. I think that's mostly that is like the flow of the game. Is
Right. Someone asked, what's the ratio between the two sides of it, the talkies and the combaties?
the talkies on the combaties I'd say is 50-50.
Okay. That seems about right for what Three Houses and the recent Fire Emblem games have been, especially Three Houses.
Yeah. The 50-50 part, the talkie bits, those are including the daytime activities and the evening.
Okay.
So you will have to contend with that. I mean, that being said, I guess you don't have to pursue the friendship stuff.
Yeah, I guess what is the biggest benefit there? Like, I think you touched on it, but I'm like, is it just make your abilities more powerful in combat, or
so what
or
you
what's-
can do is as your friendship is increasing with specific heroes, you can unlock combo abilities and everything, and then like you wind up working. Oh gosh, super low frame rate again.
Yeah, it looks like it may be better with this flame thing. So maybe
Okay.
we can finish up here.
All right. Again, if the performance looks a little rough, that is purely the nature of this stream. Purely the capture.
Yeah,
the game is run fine for me, except when I'm trying to capture it, apparently. So, yeah, the friendship, you're also getting little bonuses, stat bonuses for those specific characters as well, so you may be missing out on that. The game kind of does also force you into some of them, so maybe you could do the bare minimum and get by.
Okay.
Also, if you kind of don't care about doing the specific right dialogue choices, or you get choice paralysis, doing the training during the day, or the way that the game will kind of like guide you into the friendship stuff, your friendship will naturally progress with people. It's just the little bonuses for the dialogue choices that really boost stuff along. Cool. So since we got that artifact, our research level is increased, and we can do research on level 2 stuff.
All right.
Let's see. Heroes deal extra damage. Okay. Yes. We'll research that. Research, just like in XCOM, will take a day.
Got more coil for me?
You can look at some coils and Tony. If anyone has any questions before we rippity wrap up.
I think there's. Let me just check this. No, questions are all. Uh-oh, did this get stuttery? F. All right, those are from a while back. Wolverine's essence all over the place. Is that? Yeah, it's probably mostly Wolverine's essence.
Oh yeah.
If this thing behind me turns into a giant...
How bad is the premium currency? Is there a premium currency?
I have not seen a premium currency.
I don't think this has that sort of monetization.
No.
What is the price of the game? It's like a
full price.
full like 60?
Yeah, full 60. I
Full
think
60,
like
okay.
70 on consoles.
Right.
And again, if the game looks framey, that is pretty much just my capture setup right now. Is not indicative of the final game. Ooh, also you can make you can craft items here. These are just like single-use items that you burn through. There actually is premium currency. Oh, so the gloss stuff, that is just to unlock the outfits and get new furniture and everything and
Okay,
get
so
paintings.
it's the cosmetic stuff. All right, so
Yeah.
so it does have that kind. It's just cosmetic stuff. All
Yeah.
right.
Cool.
You know, it did seem like you didn't have a ton of cosmetic options, so maybe they're like really limiting that stuff.
Oh, it's
Um,
super framey. What's going on?
Yeah.
I need to burn all of these computers.
Yeah, we need to do something about it once and for all.
I'm just gonna go for a dip in the pool.
Yeah, I know people don't like the it's only cosmetic argument, but that's how I feel about it. I'm sorry, I don't know how to change the way I feel about it. But you know, it does seem like they are holding back probably the progression of you unlocking cosmetics to encourage that spending. So if you have criticisms there, I totally don't blame anybody for that. But it's not something I noticed as like watching you play this in any real way.
Yeah.
Oh, there's our sweet boy.
Folks are telling me Cyclops is not in the game. It's all right. I'm used to being hurt as a Cyclops fan. But yeah, folks, that does it for Marvel's Midnight Sun. Sorry for the technical hiccups throughout. But I hope that was enough to, sway you one way or another. Hey, it's Firaxis. I enjoy their games, and this is another Firaxis game that I really enjoy.
And I'm glad it's has a little bit more icing on top than just being like, oh, just XCOM with Marvel characters. It seems like they really were thoughtful about this, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, 100%. And, if you're less of a fan of the MCU-ification of Marvel and more of a comic books proper fan, I think this may be right up your alley, mostly because, oh, wow, we can just keep going, huh?
Yeah.
Mostly,
yeah.
Okay, we reached the limit. And you have a soft spot for the comics, then this may be up for you. The gameplay mission bits, love it to death. I could do with a little less of the social aspect, but that was also one of my favorite parts of Fire Emblem Three Houses. So I'm hoping, even if I can't smooch any of the characters, that the relationships gleamed will be worthwhile.
At the very least, you can make a character that looks this beautiful.
Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Okay, wait. Okay, let's go. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. I wish we could do a full...
From my mustache to the beyond!
Okay, here we go. No.
Yeah.
Just aim up a bit.
The ab zone? It won't let you get in the ab zone.
There we go. Okay. Goodbye, everyone! Marvel's Midnight Suns, it's out now. Jan really enjoys it. That's me. Sorry for the
Put him in his
bad...
mankini and have him take a nap on one of those little chairs there.
The camera's still... Is that Iron Man over there? Oh.
Looks like it's just where we at?
Oh, there we
Okay.
go. That was a purposeful fade to black.
There's cracks in this world.
Okay. No one say anything. It's still letting me pull the camera back.
Yep. This is eventually the developers are just gonna pop up and ask you to stop.
All right, we stopped. Can we like just do a quick zoom in? Let's do a quick zoom in.
Yeah, do it fast. The most Dutch angle.
Oh wait, now I'm stuck in the house.
Watch, you're gonna see Robbie Reyes kissing someone else.
What?
Make up
Robbie?
the entire team.
Robbie, no. All right, folks. Thanks. Bye. Thank you, Jeff Grubb.
Thanks, Jan.